Let's maul in the Central Committee. Let's cringe in the Central Committee. Let's bog in the Central Committee right now.
Please, can we please make this a video for YouTube? FBI informant panic is ruining friendships all over the far right. You love to see it. You love to see it. Whenever the fash suffer, it makes you smile. It really does. It really, really makes you smile. Poor white nationalists can't go to Klan meetings anymore. Aww. They aren't. Aww. That's like a really, really scuffed Pepe, because the real Pepe has been taken back. From Proud Boys panicked about the revelation that their leader was a snitch, to the racist America First crowd, old pals are now enemies. As federal authorities crack down on the far right after January 6th, the movement leaders have found new sources of suspicion, each other. And the Trumpist America First movement and the far right paramilitary group, the Proud Boys, alliances are fracturing as extremists brand each other as potential informants. Now, racist live streamers are accusing their former comrades of attempting to turn over followers to law enforcement, while Proud Boys chapters are splintering from the national organization over a similar... Oh, this is incredible. This is incredible. Copium right now. Until the FBI started closing in, white nationalists Nick Fuentes and Patrick Casey were the two most prominent figures in the racist America First movement. The pair built up shared audiences on live streaming platforms and cheered as their fans, nicknamed gropers, after an obese version of the cartoon Pepe the Frog heckled more moderate Trump allies at conservative events. But the federal heat is on. Fuentes received roughly $250,000 in a much scrutinized Bitcoin transfer and appeared outside the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th riot. The FBI has reportedly investigated the Bitcoin transfer, though Fuentes has not faced charges over the money or the riot. This is incredible. On Thursday, Casey distanced himself from Fuentes and America First in a live stream video, slamming Fuentes' decision to gather his followers in Orlando later this month for a conference right as other America First supporters face charges over the riot. Some people who are at the Capitol are going to flip, Casey said in his video. Declaring the aftermath of the Capitol riot a million times worse for the far right than the crackdown that followed the fatal white supremacist rally in Charlottesville in 2017, Casey claimed without offering evidence that Fuentes' bank accounts have been frozen by federal authorities. He also accused Fuentes of planning to drive cross-country rather than fly to the Florida conference because he suspected he was on the federal no-fly list, then concealing that possibility from his followers. Worst of all, Casey's argue, Fuentes planned to gather all his supporters in Orlando where they could be easily recorded by federal investigators or informants. He went on to suggest America's First members would see the conference for what he thinks it could be, an FBI trap. He wants you to give him your real name, to show up at his events where your face will be visible, where your cell phone data will be close proximity to his, Casey said. Yes! This is so good. This is so good. This is incredibly good. Do you understand how good this is? No tears for fascists, but we need to closely observe and learn from the tactics being used to deorganize the right so we're not as susceptible on the left. True. True. Yes, the fear, hate, and horror flow through you. Laughs at Darth Sidious. So here's the thing that you have to understand. The goal here is to make them afraid to show up together. And when they remain disconnected in their basements, the fascist movement is crushed. This kind of shit is worth a million. Oh my God, this is incredible. This is so good. Fuentes didn't respond to a request for comment. Accusations that one-time allies have become federal informants aren't uncommon in the extreme right, which has built up an entire lexicon of terms to describe the varieties of real or suspected federal infiltrators. But that paranoia has been ratcheted up in the aftermath of the riot with the Proud Boys, a group that has been seen as a slew of members indicted, splintering under accusations that leaders have become informants or otherwise been compromised by the FBI. Proud Boys leader Enrico Tarrio was arrested in Washington, D.C. 2 days before the riot, now faces felony charges over possession of illicit firearm magazines. But a Reuters report on Tarrio's history as a federal informant cast members of suspicions on their own leader, even as Proud Boys who allegedly participated in the riot face federal conspiracy charges. Proud Boys chapters in 3 U.S. states, including 4 local chapters in Indiana, now claim to have broken with the national organization of Tarrio's work as a federal informant. We reject and disavow the proven federal informant Enrico Tarrio and any and all chapters that choose to associate with him. We do not recognize the assumed authority of any national Proud Boy leadership, including the chairman, the elders, or any subsequent governing body that is formed to replace them. till such a time that we may choose to consent to join these bodies of government. This is incredible. This is incredible. Proud Boys in Oklahoma also broke up Terry's leadership, issuing a statement on the messaging app Telegram. They accused him and other national elders of failure to take disciplinary measures which have jeopardized our brother's safety and the integrity of our brotherhood. Terry responded to the Oklahoma chapter's departure with a series of memes accusing Oklahomans of being rednecks or having sex with relatives. Is this not the copium you wanted? Is this not the most incredible copium? Anti-Terrio Proud Boys responded with their own memes accusing their former leader of ratting out members of the group, photoshopping his face onto rapper and governor witness Tashiki69. Or Tech... I don't know how to say this fucking guy's name. Don't. Another meme played on the menacing Proud Boys motto, fuck around and find out, claiming that Terrio would instead snitch around and rat out. Can we get some DSA rats in the chat? Oh my god, this is the best copium I've ever seen. Freshest copium ever. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is incredible. But don't expect Proud Boys splitter groups to morph into peaceful book clubs. The Indiana Proud Boys, for example, are led by Ryan James, a longtime member of white supremacist group with a history of violent brawls. Other white supremacists have previously slammed James as a law enforcement risk, something you want to keep away from you because you know he's going to do something to bring the cops over. Nevertheless, James took to Telegram this week to blame Terrio and Ethan Rufio Panman Norden, prominent Proud Boy who was arrested on February 3rd over his alleged role in the riot, of being untrustworthy. Now we have another war boy, an elder who's trying to snitch on the president for something he knows damn well the president didn't do. You made your own choices, Rufio. If you are a Proud Boy, I recommend having your chapter declare full autonomy from the national structure at the very least. Capitol riots have been followed by still more rifts internationally. Anti-fascist activists in Manitoba, Canada also claim that their province's Proud Boys chapter has dissolved. CBC reported that while the chapter has been largely inactive for the past year, the group was confirmed dead this month. The Canadian government designated Proud Boys as a terrorist organization. Meanwhile, Jason Lee Van Dyke, who registered the group's trademark and briefly led the Proud Boys in 2018, filed this week to surrender the trademark to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Legal documents show Van Dyke previously told the Daily Beast he revoked Terrio's license to use the name after a black church in Washington, D.C. sued the Proud Boys for allegedly burning their flag in a rally weeks before the Capitol attack. I didn't want anyone any recourse or anyone thinking I have any control over this group, that I have anything to do with this group, or that I am going to have anything to do with this group in the future, Van Dyke said in a separate interview. They're scared! This is the Proud Boys right now.
It's afraid. It's afraid!
He claimed he'd try to transfer the trademark to another Proud Boy who got spooked after Canada slapped the group with a terrorist label. There's one individual who contacted me about having the trademark transferred to him. After the Canadian government made a determination of the Proud Boys as a terrorist group for whatever reason they did that, that individual told me he was out and he would not be taking over the trademark. My response to that individual and those who had been working with him on acquiring the trademark that they had 7 days to get back to you regarding who was going to take it over or I was going to surrender it. I did not hear back from anybody and the trademark is surrendered. As for the America, oh my god, I have a genius idea. I have a flash of pure brilliance. I could take the Proud Boy trademark and then just make it into an extremely pro-gay like merch, just like out and proud pro-gay Proud Boys, and we could rebrand the Proud Boys as the most overtly pro-gay anti-homophobic trademark. Oh my god. I don't just have it be Proud Boy, but it's like an oh my god. We should take the Proud Boys. Cringe? What do you mean cringe, Juvenile? This is a great idea. Okay, listen. This is just an idea. Who knows if I'll do it. Don't forget to relentlessly sue them for violating your trademark. Exactly. It's a Reddit thing already? Okay, but did anyone actually take it? Except it's designated as a terrorist org? Well, obviously, the organization that they're talking about is still a terrorist org. The Proud Boy subreddit is a support group for trans men. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So that might be where my idea was germinating. Something that's already been done. Okay, that might be where it started to germinate from. Something that's already been done. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. I did not hear back from anybody and the trademark is surrendered. As for the America First movement, Casey's criticism of Fuentes has riled the Groupers, who have been forced to choose between their two leaders. Fuentes appeared to respond to Casey on Thursday night by tweeting a video of Donald Trump talking about disloyalty. But Fuentes supporters and allies have a good reason to believe the federal law enforcement is focusing on their group. Antamine Guynet, a Fuentes ally who goes by the alias Bacon Alaska, was arrested in January after filming himself entering the Capitol. Yes! I'm sorry. If you can't enjoy this, I don't want to know you. Oh, God, my smile muscles are getting sore. Oh. Riot suspect Riley June Williams, who wore an I'm with Groper shirt to the Capitol, allegedly stole a laptop computer from Speaker Nancy Pelosi. This is amazing. Casey urged followers to consider how they would react to Fuentes' conference if any other far-right leader had been behind it. Be like, wow, federal honeypot event, Casey said. We would probably accuse the guy of being a Fed. Oh my God, this is incredible. Laugh normal? Fuck you, Bruce Wayne. Oh my God, this is incredible. Please, can we please make this a video for YouTube? Oh God, holy shit. Please, if you're an artist or graphic designer and you would like to submit some new designs for Proud Boy, we are accepting them in the Discord. Holy shit. It's so good. It's so good. They may not impeach Trump, but the rioters are getting rounded up. That's why they are running scared. She was also try and sell it to the Russians. Oh God. Oh God. For exposure, obviously. Yeah. Oh my God, this is incredible. Mike, the WTR for Proud Boys TM is still available. Someone pick it up now. Okay, shh. Mean beans. Shh. Stop it. Shh. 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 I need more copium. Is there more of this? I need more stories related to this. I'm sorry. I need more. I need more copium. It's been a while since we had some really good copium. I need more. Dallas Mavericks stopped playing national anthem for home games. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. In Texas too. Hey, Texans. How you liking that capitalism right now? You like how one man gets to determine what your entire city's, whether your entire city's team plays the national anthem or not? What do you think about all the power going to the hands of one very wealthy man? Does that feel good? Does that feel real good? Woman posted on Facebook that her son sat in Pelosi's chair during Capitol siege. Imagine being such a fucking tendies loving basement dweller that you take your mom to the Capitol riot. And then she posts how proud she is you're leaving the house and you're sitting in Nancy Pelosi's chair. A man was arrested in Pennsylvania on Friday for being in the Capitol building during the January 6th siege. According to the Department of Justice, he is Russell James Peterson. According to the affidavit, closed-circuit television spotted him within the Capitol building's crypt lobby. Investigators obtained a federal search warrant on his Facebook account. They claimed to discover he was live streaming video from within the premises. Supporters of then President Donald Trump raided the Capitol building that day after he continued to lie that he actually won the 2020 presidential election and that it was being stolen from him. Postponed, but he did not prevent Congress from counting votes, weighing in favor of winner Joe Biden. 5 people died among the chaos, 4 Trump supporters and 1 Capitol officer. One of the things that's so funny about Trump, and this is like whenever there's an angry right-winger in here, I always want to ask them, how do you feel about him just being such a cuck? Like he claims the election was stolen. Right? He claims the election was stolen. And what did he do? He was a complete cuck. He fucking left. He didn't do shit. He just took it and he left. He didn't do anything about it. He didn't even have the balls to show up to the inauguration. He just walked out. Sounds like Rittenhouse's mother, Breederson. That is an incredibly funny... Why didn't I say that? Good comment. Really good comment because... Rittenhouse was at a bar drinking because his mom was buying him the beers and he was with who? The Proud Boys. Hey chat, imagine if you were known for the take of saying Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't racist and then immediately he was with the Proud Boys doing the white power signs. Like that's Jimmy Dore level stupid. Imagine being that person. The best thing to come out of the 6th?
Ma'am, what happened to you?
I got maced.
As described in court documents interviews, a number of rioters made a show of going to the office of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, stealing things that belonged to her, otherwise making sinister statements about her. One member of the far-right Proud Boys was allegedly connected to a group that wanted to kill her. At Peterson, the list of people linked to Pelosi-related wrongdoing, according to the FBI, a tipster told him the defendant's mother had posted on Facebook that Peterson stormed the Capitol building and sat in Pelosi's chair. Pictures cited by the FBI showed the defendant, his mother, and a woman with the same last name as them in what the tipster called the protest area outside of D.C. Authorities did not describe any evidence placing the woman in the Capitol building. No charges against them have been reported. He's wearing a fuck your feelings shirt with his mom! Everything you think about right-wingers online is true. Peterson is charged with knowingly entering or remaining in any restricted buildings or grounds, disorderly conduct which impedes the conduct of government business, disruptive conduct in the Capitol buildings, and parading, demonstrating, or picketing in the Capitol buildings. It is unclear if he has an attorney on this matter. A wholesale display of Fourth Estate deceit. Russell James Peterson is described as sitting in Nancy Pelosi's chair by her desk. This is not what those engaged in an insurgency do. In an insurgency, there is a constant countering by other forces. Insurgents have to keep pushing forward. They cannot, any one of them, turn aside and engage in an act of vanity. They would keep pushing until they took over the entire government or government. It is a lie to call what happened in the Capitol an insurgency. Alberto Lupurian perpetuates the Killer Kane gangster state Democratic racket's deceit that Donald Trump continued to lie that he actually won the 2020 presidential election and that it was being stolen from him. Where is Lupurian's proof that what Donald Trump said was a lie? See? How can Lupurian say anything and pretend it is authentic journalism if you can't prove it? Where is Lupurian's proof that Donald Trump was lying? The fact is, there is absolutely no proof the election was clean. 9 Killer Kane gangster state Democratic rackets demand that every Wampone believe it was clean, and they provide no evidence. They call it un-American to try to get the evidence the election was clean. They say it is undemocratic to want to try to prevent Killer Kane gangster state Democratic rackets fraud during the election. They say that to be an American is to accept that what one is told to believe by those in power. The deranged, demented, delusional, deviant, degenerate, arrested development, drug addict, sociopath, follower of the Killer Kane gangster state Democratic rackets try to slither around this by saying that it is only Trump's obligation to prove that there was Killer Kane gangster state Democratic rackets fraud during the election. In fact, Donald Trump did provide evidence. Despite what the deranged, demented, delusional, deviant, arrested development, drug addict, sociopathic followers of the Killer Kane gangster state Democratic rackets say, it was never ruled against. In each case, judges refused to even look at the evidence. It can be said that they were all afraid of losing membership in child rape clubs supplied by the system for handling children being trafficked into the country by illegal alien adults, which is approved of by the Killer Kane gangster Democratic racket. In that system, no one asks any questions, and the illegal alien adults are allowed to leave with the children in their custody to disappear into the Hispanic community. The children are trafficked into the sex industries. Donald Trump wanted to stop this, and his system of taking DNA from illegal alien adults and the children with them to see if they're related could have stopped trafficking children into child rape ring. The Killer Kane gangster state Democratic rackets produced and pounced and succeeded in maintaining the system that threatens the welfare of children. The deranged, delusional, deviant, depraved... Okay, sorry this is so long, but I got into it. I just couldn't stop reading it. I'm sorry. If you want more leftists on this platform and other platforms that actually go into deep dives about issues like finance and electoral politics, you're never going to find a better stream than this one. Here's some things you can do. I posted YouTube content constantly. We had another Jimmy Dore video. We had a not safe for stream debate with conservatives where Vosh and I and Denims debated with a bunch of conservatives about voter fraud. We have the dumbass takes of uniting with fascists. Get in there. Get in there.